This is One on One. We are honored to be joined by Charlene Cosgrove Bowie and Art Bowie, who are the founders of an organization called Legacy of a Hero. And folks, this is part of our ongoing series called Gone But Not Forgotten, and you honor us by being with us. And I want to say that in 2006, you lost your son Chris. And so many of the parents that we've had with us, the theme that I keep picking up is, while you could have grieved and gone away, and everyone would have understood, even though we didn't ever experience something like that, you've chosen immediately to give back. Why?
From my perspective, it was the best way to honor Chris. Like you said, it was a horrible, horrific tragedy. And I thought about it, believe me, about just crawling into a hole and, you know, just living there for the rest of my life, whatever life there was. But I thought that Chris would be prouder if we did something in his memory.
What was he like? We're showing pictures of him.
He was a joy, the pride of my life. Very happy, very friendly, very social. He loved history. He went to Monmouth University and he majored in history and came home, and that just, you know, enlightened him. You know, I don't know what words to say, but he was a joy and he loved being a Marine.
And he would be proud of the organization that you formed.
Absolutely.
I think so, yes.
Talk about the organization as we put up the website, Legacy of a Hero. We put up the website so that people can find out more, so that people can contribute, so people can volunteer. Talk about the organization.
Well, we're a small organization. All the workers who are involved are volunteers. There's no salaries. A lot of the people, we both work for Prudential. A lot of the people who volunteer to work with us are from Prudential. One of the guys, Matt Corine, he's a veteran himself. In fact, I think he went to West Point.
And Prudential's been a big supporter of the organization.
Very much so.
John Strangfeld, the CEO, huge supporter of veterans and families who are dealing with some of the issues we're talking about right now. But volunteers, right? Volunteers.
Yes, we're all volunteers.
And so someone contributes. Tell folks where that money goes.
We've sent money to various different men who they're either in the hospital or they've been released from the hospital. What a lot of people don't understand is that while the government pays for treatment, in many cases when these guys have to travel to hospitals to have work done, their expenses aren't covered. They have to pay for their own hotels, their own travel, and their own living expenses. We just recently ran a casino night fundraiser in East Hanover, and we were able to, there were two men, Travis Mills and Brendan Morocco. Brendan Morocco's from Staten Island. Both men are quadriplegics. We raised sufficient funds to write a check for over $12,000 to both men.
So you do it on a need-by-need basis, but also there are scholarships involved.
Yes.
Talk about that.
When everything first happened, we immediately established a scholarship at my son's high school, Whippany Park High School, so that instead of, you know, an overflow of flowers and things like that, we were, you know, doing some good by establishing the scholarship at his high school. Then with Legacy of a Hero, we went on to establish a Monmouth University scholarship. And I'm happy, very happy to say that it's now is becoming a perpetual scholarship, so that Chris's name at Monmouth University will continue forever.
The scholarship is in Chris's name.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. It's absolutely wonderful.
Both at his high school and his Monmouth University.
What has it done? What has it done for you, both of you? What has this done for you?
It's helped me get through this. I think if I didn't have this to keep Chris's memory alive and do good things in his name, I think I would be in that, hole in the wall that we talked about. You know.
I think that's the main thing that most parents don't want to happen, is that to have their children forgotten, especially after having given their life to serve their country.
You know, that's the whole, it's interesting. When we created, you know, Gone But Not Forgotten, the greatest concern we had is, and I've often said this, is a good friend of mine, Jim McHugh, lost his brother John.
Jim McHugh and I went to high school together.
Oh boy, Jimmy's the best. And I wear, well, a lot of us wear this from his brother John, who was lost 4 years ago in Afghanistan. And that was what Jimmy said to me. He said, all we would want is that people don't forget my brother John and others.
Right.
Is that a big part of it? Is that we don't forget?
Absolutely. That's for me.
Why do we?
Forget?
Yes.
Because time goes on and people move on and they live their lives. But as Chris's mom, I'll never forget him. I mean, I think about him every day. You know, I talk to him. But I don't want other people to forget him, because he was out there representing our country and protecting us. And he gave his life for that, you know.
And what, I'll try to put this the right way. What do we owe the rest of us who have not put our lives on the line, who did not, you know, sacrifice, either because we were of not the right age, or didn't get drafted, or the draft didn't exist, or we never enlisted, whatever it was, or whomever? What do we owe?
Well, certainly as someone who didn't serve in Vietnam, but served during the Vietnam era, respect, definitely respect. You got a lot of young men out there who are putting their lives on the line, you know, for their country. They're doing what they believe is right.
And we owe them, you know, they come back and so many of them can't find jobs.
Right.
You know, I mean, that would be the one thing that, you know, people should help them.
That's
Because
right.
it's, what is it, less than 1% of our population volunteer, and they volunteer.
It is less than 1%.
Yes, to be out there.
There is no draft. They all
Right.
volunteer.
Right.
By the way, you told our producers we're all in this together. Charlene, what do you mean by that?
I did tell them.
When you said we're all in this together. But are we all in this together?
Well, we should be. I mean, the less than 1% that represent us,
That's right.
the rest of us should be out there helping them, whether it's giving them a job or, you know, doing something for them to make their life better.
It's not enough to show up for a parade, is it?
No, it is not.
For Veterans Parade, Veterans Day Parade, it's not enough, is it?
No. Or Memorial Day. A lot of
It's
people,
not enough,
Memorial
is it?
Day, you know, they go out and have a big picnic, but Memorial Day is really about those who have given their lives.
That's right. Final comments.
There's a lot of organizations, some of them small out there, like ours, who are doing their best to support the veterans that are returning, and you know,
And
investigate before you donate to the organizations.
Well, we cannot thank you enough for being with us and being part of this series, Gone But Not Forgotten. Promise you we won't forget. Thanks so much.
thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, the Ohlendorf Center, Cone Resnick, the Fidelco Group, Fedway Associates, United Water, New Jersey's credit unions. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger, powering NJ.com, and by NJ Biz, all business, all New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.